guys, and welcome to this week's AlakazamMagicUK Live. No Harry today, he's busy working in the shop with Andy. Hopefully you guys can hear me and I've remembered to take the mute off. But I am joined by my very good friend and our AlakazamMagicUK Live regular, Mr. Wayne Goodman. Mr. Goodman!
Hello!
How was it for you to be in the studio last week, even though it felt really odd to me because we were on a different side of the room?
Yeah, because we were on the other side, we were at the back, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it felt great. It felt, you know, when we first, because I brought Charlie and my daughter down as well, when we first got there, it was so just bizarre to be like in the shop and I could go and look at things and speak to people, and it was great. And then being in the studio as well, and you know, it just felt, it was one of those things where you have, it felt strange but familiar. You know, it was that when you go back to your school that you've not been to for 30 years, and you walk in and go, everything's the same but it's different. You know, it was nice.
Well, hopefully the next time you do an academy, we'll be doing it from the academy.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I've got so many ideas.
I tell you what, I'm so excited. I've got to make a couple of calls actually this morning. I was speaking to a good friend of mine, a magician you're all going to know. I'm not going to mention his name at the moment, but speaking to him, he's up for doing an academy. I was supposed to ring him last week, but everything just got on top of me, so I'm going to try him again this afternoon, see if I can get in touch with him. But today on the show, we are going to demonstrate a few tricks. We have got our standard trailer roulette, because I've got no idea what trailers I've assigned to what buttons, so we'll play trailer roulette as well. But the other good thing was you were actually at the studio doing some filming last week. So don't tell them about what it was you were filming, but tell them about the other thing you were filming.
Oh, the one we had the message about earlier on?
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, I had a message from David, and I haven't replied, David. I do apologise. I know you're probably watching. But yes, I did a trick on the jam. Well, I did a trick on the live a couple of weeks ago, which you asked me to then teach on the jam, and I taught it on the jam, but people were asking for clarification, etc. So we decided to film. I said we could just put the instructions in the accounts or make it available as a free download, and then we actually filmed it in the studio and filmed the explanation for it, and hopefully that should be going up onto the website very, very soon.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was my trick. What's it? Collectors, isn't it? A collector's trick with the 4 kings. Yeah. So we filmed it. We filmed a little explanation video for it. Very quick. It's very simple to do. And then that'll be on the. How are you going to do it? Are you just going to stick it in everyone's account, or is it just going to be available as a free download?
No, it'll just be available as a free download. So they go onto our website. It will be up there as a product. And then they can download it. So we'll get that done by the end of the week. So I'll get Adi to do a little image for it and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
So
and of course, the other thing I was filming is very exciting as well, but we can't talk about that yet. So
yeah,
I'm very excited. Yeah, very excited. And it was also exciting to see all the stuff that's in the shop now as well, because in the last year and a half since the shop is shut, even though, like I say, it was still very familiar, there was still a lot of new things coming in, and seeing things that don't really do it justice on the camera, like those pictures that you've got with like the spreader cards and
oh my god, you know, they're amazing.
When you see them in real life, they just jump out at you, and it's like, you know, they do look good on the screen, but obviously not designed for being shown on a video camera.
Yeah,
but they do look good.
It's lenticular, so you need to be looking at it with 2 eyes, and the camera's only got one, isn't it? So
got one.
But they are great, and you're right. When you look at them, the things like the classic montage, I think it's called, where you got the straight jacket, the cups and balls there, it looks like you could literally just reach in and take them out. It's incredible. Beautiful pieces of art.
I like the spreader cards, and when you look at it, it appears like they're hovering just a little bit above the picture. The whole spread looks like it's hovering. I have a condition with my eyesight that I can't really see 3D. So if I go to see a 3D movie, I don't really get the full effect of it because of my ocular issue. but I've seen 4D, and I've explained 4D. I did the Star Trek thing in Vegas 4D, and I was talking to my mate, and he said, "Oh, you make it sound like it's 3D." So I imagine that's what it's like to see it 3D.
Yeah.
But I think with an actual static image, I could see it with those pictures, and I imagine that's what people mean when they say it looks 3D. It looks
Yeah.
like it's going to fall off the picture.
Yeah,
or
that's
you can reach out and grab
exactly
it.
what it is. Yeah, but you don't need the special glasses to see it with
The
the
glasses. I could
lenticular.
see it with the pictures. I could see it with those pictures. It was like, it does. It looks like that Rubik's cube. You can just take it off the screen and start doing it.
Yeah. So my
Oh, William
doorbell's
McGregor.
my doorbell's going off. Yeah, but it's great, and I want to thank everyone for getting behind some of the products that we've had in as well. We had that brilliant little pull your hair out effect. You know, the one with the rabbit on the card. We sold out of
I've got
those
one
in
here.
like. Have you got one
Do you want me to
today?
grab my one? I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got the little white rabbit. Hold on.
Oh, what has he run off? So, guys, actually, while Wayne's going to get his rabbit, let's play a little bit of trailer roulette and hit with the first trailer. Don't know what it is, but we'll have some fun watching. Well, so that's Slide. That's another AlakazamMagicUK exclusive. The exclusives for AlakazamMagicUK have been coming in thick and fast. We've got Sea Life, we've got Slide, we've got Sugar. Those three things, I believe, are in stock now, and they're all great. Go check them out on the website.
That's very visual when he's holding the note and the thing's moving inside. That looks very, very visual.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a lot of good visual magic coming out at the moment, and a few of them from the guys at Ace Magic. One of them was this one.
So I'm going to be honest with you. My daughter and I've moved the little rabbits, and I can't find them. She's put them somewhere. I know, but I can show you the basic effect. So you get your pen and you say you can draw a picture.
Yeah.
And you draw a picture of a rabbit in a top hat.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try and get it on the light so you can see it. Check this out. If you watch the rabbit, you're actually going to see it as it just gone like that. And then you can reach in and you can actually take out. So it's this side. You can take out the rabbit. There's now a white rabbit there, and you take it out and you can give it to them as a souvenir.
Yeah, it's great. But
I'll do the thing again because it's so beautifully clean. Let me get it so the light's not reflecting. Hold on. It's there, and then it's just gone.
It's so good. It's so good. Well, we're hopefully going to get some more in stock in the next sort of 4 weeks because they're all made by hand. Each gimmick is made by hand, and I know that I think we're expecting something like 35 units in, and then that's going to be it till next year, I should think. So if you're interested in one, go and hit the notify me button, and as soon as it notifies you that we got them in, you got to be quick because once they're gone, they're gone. And the great thing is, like Wayne said, you can give away that little rabbit afterwards. So you get 20, I believe, with it, and then we sell bags of 20 refills as well.
They've got there is a video I think on the page. You can see a video where you can see the actual white rabbit in the
Yeah,
image. It's a
yeah,
really cute little cartoon, laser cut cartoon rabbit, and they can put it out and hand it. Yeah, it's lovely.
yeah. No, it is really great. Um, so, Wayne, do you wanna see a trick?
Yes, I'd love to see a trick.
Okay, I don't know if you've seen this before because we were discussing it earlier, and I said to you I weren't gonna show you it beforehand because if you haven't seen
I
it
don't think
before,
I have seen it. I don't
okay.
think I have seen it.
All right, so we'll show you a trick. But just want to say a few hellos. We've got the lovely Lucy Wilson joining us. We got Rich Relish. We got Ian Rasp. We've got William McGregor. David Hand has just joined us. David, the Free Kings trick should be up on our site as a free download later on this week. Ian Raymond Walker, William McGregor, Andy Brocklehurst, Tom Rolfe, Sean Mann. Kazad is here, Kevin Bowman, Roger, Phil Taylor. Yeah, loads of people joining us. So thank you for joining us.
My
Right,
brother's watching as well. So I just shot him a hello as well.
good stuff. Hello, Wayne's brother. Right, let's go here. So you can see the table, all right, Wayne? Ah, hang on, he can't because I've cut him off. Hang on 1 second. Let me, while we do this, let me go back to you here. Wayne,
I could see.
you could see, yeah, but I couldn't see you.
Yeah.
So let me
Okay.
just do this, go here, and there. And we should be, look at that.
Look at that. Technology works.
Yay. Wayne, are you one of those guys that believes in free will or do you believe in fate?
I think I believe in. That's a hard question. That isn't it?
It is a hard question. I thought we should get on some more serious topics here on the Alakazam Live.
God, philosophy 101. Yeah, I think free will. I think free will is real.
So
I think you make your own choices.
So you believe that whatever choices you make will change your destiny and the outcome of the situation you're in. See, I'm a believer in fate. Really, I believe that the great architect has basically got a plan for us, and that's the path you travel. But there is a scientific way to see who's right.
Okay.
And believe it or not, that scientific way uses nothing more than a standard pack of 52 playing cards. Now, did you realise that you could shuffle a deck of cards, write down the exact order of the deck of cards, and then shuffle that deck every minute of every day for the rest of your life, and the cards will never land in the same order? It's totally random. And you could actually say that that's free will. Every time you're shuffling, you're changing the order. But we're going to try something out with this deck of cards, okay? I'll tell you what we will do first. Let's have a look, because you only need 52 cards, so we're going to get rid of the Joker. Now, we're going to try something out here with the cards, but you're going to have 3 chances to change the outcome.
Okay.
All right. And this is what we're going to do. So we've got the deck. The deck is mixed. If you were here, you could do all the dealing and you could pick out a card for our starting point. But let me explain the process. You're going to choose a card in a moment. Whatever the value of that card is, it's an 8. I'm going to give you 3 chances to change the value. So you can change it to anything you want. So let's say you changed it to a 2. We would then deal down 1, 2. And then whatever that value is, once again, if your 3 chances are gone, we will keep going. But we will end up, let's say that the last card we dealt was a 10 and I only had 4 cards left, so we couldn't go on. Fate or free will would have led us to this card. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
It will make more sense as we go through as well. So give me a number from, oh, as I deal down, you're going to choose our starting point, okay? So I'll deal down, you say stop.
Stop.
This one?
Stop.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'll be, yeah.
Okay, so that's an ace. So that can be 1, that can be 11, or you can change it to something completely different.
No, we'll keep it. We'll have it as a 1.
As a 1. So 1, that gives you a 3. Do you want to keep the 3?
Okay.
Do you want to change it?
No, we'll keep it.
Sure.
Yep.
4.
No, change it.
To a what?
To a 6.
To a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gives you an 8. Do you want to keep it or change it?
Keep that. Yeah, keep that.
10. Now, this is your last chance. You can keep it or you can change it. I've actually given you more than 3 chances to change it, but it's up to you. You can keep the 10 or you can change it.
Change it.
To a
4.
2. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you another chance. Do you want to keep it or change it?
Change it to a 10.
To a 10. Remember, you can also have Jack, Queens and Kings, which are 11, 12, 13. But do you want to
change to 12. Change it to a 12.
Okay, it's your last chance. Are you sure you want 12?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that gives us a 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gives us a queen, which is 12. And 12, we cannot go any further. We can't go any further. I've got 5 cards left. But you would have to admit that you made some choices. And if free will really existed, we would have ended up at a totally random outcome. Is that fair?
Yep. Yep. 100%.
See, you believe that your choices will alter the outcome. I believe in fate. I believe whatever destiny has planned for us, your path will always lead you there. And like I said, you can always prove it with a deck of cards.
Well, I genuinely have no idea how that just happened.
It's fate.
That's lovely.
It's fate.
That's lovely. I genuinely have no idea how that works. I have no idea how you just did that. Because if we'd have gone with 6, well, I changed it. I could have changed it to...
You could have changed it to anything you wanted. Rich Garish says... Rich Garish says it looks like a Brian Caswell routine. Brian Caswell's routine actually came out after mine. And even though the methods are similar, it is different. There is a different method employed, even though they are similar. But that's my butterfly effect. And that, to me, that was something that I sort of kept for many years as a bit of a magician fooler. So whenever I was going to conventions, my deck would be ready to perform that. And that would be my magician fooler. And it was only Tatanus that convinced me to release it. He sort of said, look, you know, you need to get it out. I didn't really want to, because it was it was that one trick that you just think. And bearing in mind, you could choose any card to start with. So usually I would fan the deck and you would pick one. And then I would hand you the deck and you would do the dealing process yourself. So, yeah. That's why I didn't want to show you it before we went live. Because you said, I don't know if I've seen it. And I said, well, I'm not going to show you it because I'd rather show you it live, you know.
I'd not seen it before. And I'm shocked because that's so strong. I don't very often get speechless.
No, we need to do something like that more often.
My brain's going through ideas and it's going, no, that can't work that way. No, it can't work that way because...
we'll chat after.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to Raza, who said thank you to me and Harry for our Magic TV interviews. I want to thank everyone that managed to sit through 2.5 hours of my interview with Craig Petty. Because when he rang me and said...
say that 2.5 hours flew by. It was a great...
You were watching telly.
Well, yeah, and I went out for a bit.
Yeah, it was still on when you got back.
I had a great 2.5 hours sat in my back garden reading the book. No, it flew by. It was great. It was one of the best Magic interviews. It didn't feel, mainly because, you know, Craig didn't get to speak much, but it didn't feel like an interview. It was like a real... It was like sitting reading your autobiography and getting all the stuff that you don't normally hear about, and all the stuff about being a DJ, and it was great. It was brilliant. If that doesn't become one of the top interviews he's done, I'd be really shocked, because it is. It's so, and there's no. I mean, we've talked about this before, but there's no ego. There's no. Oh yeah, you almost, when you were talking about being like doing the mixing and stuff, you're almost playing it down further, going, oh well, you know, it's the hobby, and then I did this and did that, and it turns out you owned a record studio. It's like, hold on, where'd that come from? Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's brilliant. Really good.
No, it was really good to do, actually. I usually turn them down. I've been asked to do all the sort of podcasts and everything, and I always say no, because, like I said to Craig during the interview, I just feel I've got nothing to say. I said that about 2 hours in, and I don't think I'd stop for breath. But, yeah.
Craig said it was good because he managed to go off and make a sandwich and go to the loo and come back, and you were still talking. Yeah, he came back and you were still talking. That was great.
Shall we have another go at trailer roulette, and then you've got
Trailer
a trick
roulette.
for us, I think.
I have. I've got another trick for it. I think something that I've spent years working on, and never. It's in one of my books, but I've never really done much with it. But I showed it to you earlier, and I thought why not? We'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's great. So let's play trailer roulette, and then we'll come back.
Yeah. We need that thing from Lucy. We need that bit of music.
Yes, Lucy's watching.
Hi, Lucy.
I don't want to put Lucy under. I don't want to put Lucy under pressure, because you know what? I could get a jingle made. So Lucy, don't feel under pressure. If it's not something you can do, let us know, because I don't want to push you into doing something you're not comfortable with. Because we can get a little jingle.
She's sitting there now thinking, I've been up 3 nights, I've not slept getting this thing done. Yeah. Now he doesn't even want it. No,
I do want it. We've got to have a jingle for trailer roulette. Right, here we go. Let's spin the wheel.
Hey everybody, Cameron Francis here, and this is Loner. Loner is basically my variation of a plot that David Regal popularized with his trick Alone, and then he did another one called All Alone, and it's a fantastic trick. Basically, anybody names any card, and it's the only printed card in an all-blank deck. I wanted to come up with my own version that met certain criteria.
First of all, no R and S, no sticky stuff, no sleight of hand. It needed to be self-working. Only 52 cards used, no thin cards, and it needed to have an almost instant reset.
You guys are going to love Loner. It's going to be one of your go-to tricks, I guarantee it. I want you to be able to see the deck at all times. Now, this is my imagination deck, and I'm going to show it to you here. Now, it looks normal, right? Like from the back, it just looks like a normal deck, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. However, it's the faces. The faces are not so normal because, look, they don't have any faces. They're just completely blank cards. All of these cards are totally and completely blank, right? So what we're going to do is use our imaginations here to do some magic. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test your imagination. What I want you to do is, let's imagine you have 4 suits and they're sort of floating in the air right in front of you there. You have the clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. I want you to reach up and just pluck one out of the air, which one's it going to be?
Diamond.
Diamond. Great. Okay, so you pluck the diamonds. Perfect. We'll use that. Now, we also have a wheel. And on this wheel, we have all the values here. We have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. And I want you to spin that wheel. So spin the wheel in your mind. Yep. And it tick, 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 tick. And what does it land on? What card does that wheel land on?
Queen. It
lands on the queen. So the queen of diamonds is the card that you're... Okay. Now, what I need to do is I need to use my imagination here. However, when I use my imagination, you see, I can see that all these cards are actually in order. And right here, that's the ace of diamonds right there. And in fact, that's the ace. That's the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jack, queen. That's the queen right here. This is the queen of diamonds. Can you see it? Well, obviously, it's hard. I know, because it takes a lot of imagination. But what we're going to do is this. We're going to test your imagination a little further. Now, you just saw that blank canvas look a lot like this blank canvas right here. I want you to imagine that on the blank canvas you just saw, I want you to imagine the queen of diamonds just burning into view on that white canvas, so it just slowly appears and materializes, okay? And then I want you to imagine that the queen of diamonds down in that deck, it turns itself over like this, so now it's reversed. It's the only reversed card in this deck. Can you imagine that? You got that?
Got it.
You got it. Okay, yeah, I know you were really working on that, and you have a very good imagination, I can tell. And in fact, it's so good. Let's see how you did. Okay, let's see how you did. Now I'm going to start spreading through the cards. Okay, spreading through the cards, and whoa, look at that. There's actually one card reversed. One card reversed in this deck. That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
And wouldn't it be incredible if that one card that were reversed was actually your Queen of Diamonds?
I'm so good.
You are. That's amazing. Wow. I'm impressed. You have an excellent imagination.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks very good. A lot of scope for it as well, I think.
It reminds me a bit. I used to do a trick by Mark Leveridge years ago called... oh God, what was it called? It's really good. I can't remember what it was called.
He had some weird names for his tricks though.
Yeah, no, this one was great. I did ask him if I could buy the rights. It was so good. It was a blank deck, and your spectator thought of a card, you thought of a card, and then you sort of took them out of. You gave them half the deck. They gave you. You had half the deck, and they were blank on both sides. You took your thought of card out, turned it face up in their deck. They took theirs out, turned it face up in your deck, and when you spread them,
I know the trick. Yeah.
What was it called? Brainstormer. Brainstormer.
No, I don't remember the name of that.
Yeah.
I remember the trick. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. He had some really nice ideas, didn't he, Leverage? He had some good concepts and ideas.
Yeah.
Very clever magician, Leverage.
Yeah, and he's still coming out with them. He still does it, you know. It's clever guy, Mark Leverage.
I always liked his ESP trick with the yes and no.
Yeah,
and you pick
I
an
had
ESP symbol, you turn it like that was a love. That was for me one of the first commercial packet tricks I bought as a packet trick. I saw him at a little convention. I bought it.
Yeah.
And it went in. I had Rainbow Cascade and I had Fadeaway Pip Card, and that was the other one. And that was great. Really good trick.
No, it is good. Right, go on. Show us your.
Trick.
Yeah, and this is really neat. This.
Okay. Well, I know you've already seen this, but we'll do it anyway.
Full screen, Wayne.
Okay. I've got a packet of cards here. And so I've got to go ahead 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6. Okay, perfect. I'm going to spread through the cards there. Peter, I would like you to think of a number between 1 and 27.
We will go for number 9.
Number 9. Okay,
yeah.
And I'd also like you to choose one of these cards, but don't tell me which card it is. I'll get rid of the rest of the pack.
Okay, and it can be anyone, right?
Any single one, yeah. Any single one.
Okay, got one.
Got one? Perfect.
Yep.
So I am often at parties and events and weddings and whatnot, and somebody will say, can I show you a trick? And they'll do the 21 card trick. And so this is how I follow up afterwards. And I say, oh, that's a brilliant trick. You'll have to teach me that later, blah, blah, blah. I do a similar version with 27 cards. My one's a little bit different, though. Check this out. You've got a secretly thought of card in your head, yes?
Yes.
And you chose a number as well. What I want you to do is, we'll come back to the number in a minute, but I want you to, I'm going to deal this into 3 piles, and we'll call this pile 1, pile 2, pile 3.
Yeah.
And then I would like you to remember where your card falls in that, in which pile it falls, okay? So I'm going to go through to just spot your card and remember which pile it is in. I'll go all the way through to the end. Okay, so that's the first one. So which pile? Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3?
Pile 3.
This pile over here?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again, okay? So again, now it might move, it might not move, okay? It might go to all 3 piles during the course of this, or it might not. But I just want you to remember roughly, sorry, not roughly, I want you to remember exactly which pile your card is in. 1, 2, or 3?
3.
3 again, okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it one. We're going to do it one last time, okay? So almost there, and just tell me at the end which pile it has moved to, or if it's still with number 3. It might move, it might not. Almost there. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So which pile is your card in now?
Pile number 2.
Pile number 2 this time. Okay. So at the very beginning of this, I asked you to think of a number, and you can write any number that you liked.
Yeah.
Between 1 and 27, and this was your secret lucky number. What was that number?
It was number 9.
Number 9. Okay, so I'm going to deal down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I can show you that these cards are all different. I can show you that these cards are all different. You could have had any card, but what was the card that you secretly chose?
Ace of Hearts.
Boom.
That is great. What a nice little
I like
take on that sort of effect. And you did
The
do
mathematics
this to
behind
me.
it.
Yeah, you done this to me before we went live. I chose a different number and everything, but it's, yeah, and it works exactly the same. It's brilliant.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
If anyone's interested, let me know.
It is really cool. Really cool. So should we?
It's one of those. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go on.
I was going to say it's one of those tricks where, you know, if you can do the same sort of trick back to a spectator without showing off with it, you know, but show them a different version, then they're going to be like, oh my God, he did that. I did this to him and he did this to me, which was even better. It was amazing. You know, it's kind of like a complimentary add-on to what they've just done.
Yeah.
And they can't backtrack with it because it's different enough to be different from the normal 21 card trick.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I love it.
And the yeah, you were telling me a bit of the background on it and everything. Really interesting as well.
It was a friend of mine who worked on the ships with me. He was a bartender, and he was he was a mathematical genius, but he was a bartender on the ship. And he wasn't a magician, but he had an interest in mathematical numbers and tricks and stuff. And thank you, David. Yeah, he had a massive interest in maths, and we worked out a formula for it, but never did anything with it. And unfortunately, he died. Got to be about 10, 15 years ago now. And I was going through one of my notebooks, and it was a notebook I had written down loads of jokes in. And then right in the middle of this notebook, there's this section, and I've written in there the formulas for this. And I sat down with it at the beginning of the lockdown, and I started mapping it out, and I worked out the effect that he was trying to come up with. And yeah, that's it.
So, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, that's all right.
Jenny's going for her second jab.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jen.
Good luck, Jen.
I wonder what superpower she'll get. Will I be able to pick her up on the tracking app now? Then, is that the now that they put that in the GPS system and stuff?
So you mentioned that this is in your book, Remote?
Well, Remote Control 2. Right. So at the beginning of lockdown, I wrote 2 books, Remote Control and Remote Control 2. And they were both tricks that with a lot of mathematical principles and stuff. That the idea was that you could do it over Zoom. either you doing it like there with you making all the choices, or you doing it with the cards in your own hand. That trick, I have actually done that trick. It takes a little bit more control, but I've had the spectator doing it with their own cards.
Right.
And I've told them, so, because obviously, like the 21 card trick, you do have to control where the piles go. I'll show you this very quickly. The trick there, Andy, it's called, well, I called it, the Master of Mathematics.
I hit a button. You called it the Master of Mathematics?
No, Master of Mathemagical. Master of, hold on, where is it? Because I'm going to say it wrong. It is the Master of, where's Mathemagics.
Master of,
that's what I called it.
Master of Mathematics.
Mathematics, yes. Yeah, nice easy, rolls off the tongue. The way it works is based on a huge three huge mathematical principles. The first thing being that it's a cube number, and then you've got things like, I can do it on the fly. If you give me a number, I can work it out on the fly, but it's difficult. You've got to work out whether it's the top of the middle section or the bottom of the top section, and there's all kinds of things. But what I've done, and in the book, and if we put it out, I've made a crib sheet, so you don't have to worry about memorizing anything. So you have the crib sheet. So when you say 9, I know it's bottom, top, and that will place it in the 9th position for me.
So with the remote books, they are effects that were meant to be done over Zoom?
Yes and no. I've got tricks in there. All the tricks can be done live, pretty much. In the first book is more things like when I was doing my live shows on Facebook, and I would have the camera like this, and then I would have, and it would be like point to any red card, move left or right, and then I'm going to take these 2 away, and now move there, and we're going to move these ones away, and now these 2 have gone, and now hopefully everyone's pointing at that one. So it was a lot of tricks like that, and explaining the mathematical principles behind them. Whereas the second book is it's full of more tricks like Master of Mathematics. I've got another one called the Monkey Flip, which again, I do the Monkey Flip. I do it with everybody on the Zoom call. Each gets the deck of cards. I'll tell them beforehand, and they do it with me, and it works for everybody. So they're all based around mathematical principles, and just I've had them in notebooks for years, and I decided to do something with them. Yeah,
good for you, mate. Good for you.
That is one of my favourites, though. That is one of the top ones. I love that trick. These are the things I have printed off, so I don't have to get the book out when I'm doing lectures. And I have these. There's one I did with the. So they start here and they move around and they all end up on the pyramid.
Are these books for sale?
I do them as downloads off my website. Right. If anybody's interested. So normally they're £20 each as a download. But if anybody's watching here and wants it, I'll do both for 20 quid and they can have them.
Ooh, how do they get them?
They can just contact me on Facebook or through Wayne at waynegoodman.co.uk. And I'll send them the details. They can get it. Or they can go to my website, waynegoodman.co.uk, and there's a shop and they can have a look at all the stuff on the shop. But just send me an email or drop me a Facebook message. And I'll happily respond to them. If they want to get them, they can PayPal it, and I'll email it straight over to them. So they get both books for the price of one. Yeah,
brilliant. So, how do you fancy another delve into trailer roulette?
Can I do that, right? And as my finger touches the camera, you click the button, just so I feel like I'm pressing the button. Here we go.
I don't know if it'll work.
Let's give it a try.
Now this is going to surprise you, Alec. I used to be a bit of a banker. Now he doesn't look surprised. He doesn't look surprised at all. I used to be head of change in a big bank, and my job was to count all the change on the table. The mums used to come in, empty the piggybacks on there, the kids used to throw their change, and my job was to count that money up as quickly as possible. So I got quite good at it. And they give you these bank testing cards. Look, what we have here, we've got different amounts on all the cards. What I want you to do, when I turn around, just turn them over as many times as you want to and mix them up for me. Is that all right? We're going to get the calculator out. There we go. There we go. And let me know where you're done. And what, could you just cover the amounts up for me with those cards? There. That's it, just the amounts at the top there. I'm going to turn around and try and total that, all that change up as quickly as possible. I'm a bit rusty, I've not done it for a while, usually taking about 2 or 3 seconds. So hopefully I can do it nice and quick for you. Is it safe to turn around? Okay. Say when.
Go.
Go! £2.35. What do you think? There we go. I'm going to call the numbers out for you. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going out to £2.35. 20. The calculator doesn't look in the best condition, does it? Start again. Do 20. That's it. Plus 42. Plus 29. Plus 61. Plus 83, and hopefully we should have £2.35. What is our total?
£2.35.
Hey! Do you know what? I got a bit good at this. They said to me, "Oh, that's too easy." So, do you know what they done? They introduced another 2 cards, 7 cards. As you can see, the different. Could you do the same again? Just turn them over as many times as you want to and cover them up for me. Is that all right? We're going to try and do it with 7 cards. Only ever been done once before, apparently. And just let me know when you're done. We're going to do some instant cash counting. Safe to turn around?
Okay.
Now, tell me when to go. It takes me a bit longer with 7 cards. It could take me an extra couple of seconds. Ready to go?
Go.
Oh, it's going to be a bit harder. Oh. £4, 14 pence. What do you reckon? Let's see how lucky we are. Go on then. I'm going to call the numbers out for you. That calculator's taking a bit of a bashing tonight. 29. We've got 54. We've got 35. Oh, start again. £76. £1.24 plus 83 plus 13. And what is our total, please?
£4.07.
Oh, I think I turned that one out, which should be £4.14. It should be £4.14. Don't worry, we're going to do one last routine for it. Here we go. What you should do, just leave the calculator there. When I turn around, turn one of those cards over for me, any one you want to. Lawrence, could you turn over a different card for me? Different card, please. And could you just stack the cards in a pile for me? Hold that for me. £20 plus 90 plus £1.17 plus 22 plus 54 plus 35 plus 83 equals £4.21. You turn the cards over as many times as you want to. You turn the card over, you turn the card over. £4.21. Drop them on the table. How much change have you got there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
£4.20. Oh, I didn't show you this on my hand earlier, did I? Plus 1. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
That's really nice.
Yeah, bang on the money. Nice, small, fits in your wallet. Talking about wallets, Wayne,
Yes, sir.
when you were down at the shop, I think it was when you were down at the shop, you picked up one of these little bad boys.
I don't know. No, you sent it to me a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you've had it a couple of weeks. And how
Yeah,
you been
it
getting
got
on with
me-
it?
Well, let me
Wow.
tell you that I went for my first jab And I took my brother, because my brother's deaf, so I went along as his interpreter. And we got over there, because we got the bus over. We got over there with plenty of time. We found the place, and this lady came over, and I said, "Oh, we're booked in." And she liked my beak mask, and she said, "I like your beak mask." I said, "Oh, I'm a magician. I use it for my children's shows." And she said, "Can you show me a trick?" And I had a pack of cards, and I had my wallet, and I had contactless. And I got contactless out, and I did it for her. And she got me and my brother in 45 minutes early for our jabs. And so we were actually home before we were even due to be there for our jab. She got us in early for it. It goes everywhere with me.
You can quite honestly say that contactless sort of saved your life.
Saved my life, yeah. It's great. It's one of those tricks that I want to say it's a trick that's great to have in your pocket when you don't have anything else on you, but it's too good for that. Yeah. It's the trick that you need to have on you, because you're going to want to perform it for. I've done it. I mean, I was in the cafe. I did some filming for Wayne's Wednesday's Wizarding Wonders the other day, and I had some friends over and filmed with their kids and with them. And I also filmed for a couple of other projects that we're doing at the moment. Pardon me. And we went for a cup of tea afterwards, and straight after, the first trick I got out to show them when we were having a cup of tea down in town, contactless. It's one of those tricks. It's so strong. It's such a good trick.
And do you know what? It's really, it's something that's on me all the time now. And I've been doing, I mean, you know, because we speak about it anyway, but I've been doing these sort of lecture dealer dem things with Leo. We're doing our virtual world tour thing. And it's one of the effects that I just love performing. And it's such a simple, it's so simple in operation, and it's so simple for your spectator to follow, but it knocks them for six.
What I really like, without giving away the method, is there's no backtracking for them. They can't go back a stage and work out, oh, he must have done this. There's nothing like that. They make a choice, and it's done. You know, it's totally hands off to really. It's brilliant. You know, they make a choice. There's no fishing. There's no, you know, three cards make a choice, and it's that simple. And there's no brain work at all.
And I when I perform it on lay people, I get them to sort of reveal the outcome themselves, if you know what I mean. And I just find it's so nice because they've got that moment of revealing it. But shall I show it quickly? I presume everyone's most probably seen it, but just in case you haven't, this is and this genuinely is my one, so it's got my cards in it, so no making notes of my card details. But Wayne, we're going to try.
If you could just show both sides of the bank card and hold it up to the screen so I can screenshot it, that would be. What is your mother's maiden name, Peter?
So we're going to try out just a little bit of psychology with you now. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to choose one of my cards, but I'll tell you this now. I've already told you and implanted a thought into your mind of which card to choose. Don't think about it too much now. I'll explain it all in a moment. But inside my wallet, I have my 3 cards. I've got my AA card. I was doing this for American lectures, and they thought that was my Alcoholics Anonymous card. And I did say to them, you know, I went, no, it's just in case I have a breakdown. That didn't really make it any better. But, right, so we got my AA card. We've got my... So the AA card to me represents security, okay? I've got my Nando's card. Everyone loves a Nando's, but the Nando's card to me means more than just food. It means socialising, whether it's with my family, whether it's with my friends. And I've got my Visa card. Now, obviously, we all need to carry money about, and you need it for everyday life. Now, also in my wallet, I have a few things in here. We'll get rid of those. But like I said to you, I've actually told you which one to pick, and I'm willing to put £5 on it. This £5 says I know which one you're going to pick. If I get it wrong, I'm going to pop this in an envelope. I'll send it down to you. But
Very nice.
I'm going to trust in my own abilities. The fact that I have subconsciously implanted a thought into your mind, and no matter how much you're going to try and pull away from that thought, you will end up picking the card I want you to pick. So the choice is yours. Would you like the AA? Would you like the Nando's? Would you like the Santander?
I'm going to go for the Nando's because everyone likes a cheeky Nando's.
Everyone loves a cheeky Nando's. You're quite right. So the fiver, unfortunately, does remain mine, which is great. It does, yeah. Because I told you which one I wanted you to pick beforehand. And I was so confident that I'd get it right that on the back of my AA card, I placed a big red cross. Let's bring that in there. Can you see that?
Yep.
Right there. If you were here, you would turn these cards over. On the back of my Visa card, cover up my my 3-digit number, but we have got a red cross. On the back of my Nando's card, the one you chose, we have the green tick. So it looks like the fiver's mine, and that's how you influence someone's choices. So that is contactless. That is in my wallet, and I carry 2 other things in my wallet. The green thing you'll find out about at the end of this month. You know what that is. And I carry gossip. So with this little wallet and these 2 additional bits inside, I've got anywhere from a 10 to 15 minute mentalism routine.
I think you need to mention there, Peter, that if you buy contactless, you get the wallet with it as well.
Yes, yeah. The only thing you need to supply is your cards. And that's the other nice thing about this. When me and Harry came up with it, we wanted to create something. Yeah, we wanted to create something that was truly part of your everyday carry. I know that's a phrase that's become quite fashionable when everyone's talking about it. But when we wanted everyday carry, we wanted something that you pick up without thinking. Not you have to go, okay, I need to take the pen, I need to take this, I need to take that. We wanted something that you could pick up without thinking, and they would be items that you need to have on you. So when we designed contactless, it's designed for your own cards. That's the thing. So you do pick it up as a matter of course.
The only difference I've got is I don't have a Nando's card. I've got one on my driving license. I've got a spare driving license card.
Yeah.
So I've got a driving license. I've got the bank card, and I've got the AA card.
You can use any cards you want, and in fact, I've got a few. All my cards have got like the stickers on the back. So if I'm going to the Magic Circle, I'll mostly take out my AA card and put my Magic Circle card in. So I can swap it for what I want to do that day. But usually the 3 cards I've got is my Visa, my Nando's card, and my AA or driving license. But you can adapt it for anything you want. The other thing as well, just to mention, if you want to, if you're carrying a few more cards, you can have a few more cards actually inside the pocket as well.
It's so well made. The wallet, it's just what you know. It doesn't look like a magic prop. It looks like a proper wallet. I love it. I love it. It's going to go in my pocket when I'm at gigs. You know, so I've got a bank card on me because I don't like taking my wallet into gigs and stuff. So I can now have a bank card on me if I need it for anything. And my other cards, like I say, you can stick a couple of other things inside with the banknote. It's all great. Yeah, highly recommended.
So guys, if you haven't grabbed one yet, go grab one. And I'm not sure, but I think we're doing a bit of a combo, I think, with gossip as well. But it's perfect. If you have gossip and that, you've got like 8 to 10 minute routine. Jeff Short said, can you use any wallet? The wallet has been specifically designed for this. So the wallet is integral to the routine. Tom Rolfe said it's part of his everyday carry now. And David Mann said he's got his gossip inside his contactless, and he's interested and intrigued by the green thing.
You'll love the green thing.
Yeah.
I'm not. We do this quite a lot. We do tease them a little bit, don't we? Talking about stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we
the
won't
green
talk
thing
about
is
it too
good.
much. But
No.
yeah, no, it is great. Right. So I've got another trailer to play in Trailer Roulette. Do you wanna push the button, Wayne?
I will. I'll push the button. Here we go.
What?
What?
50! What the heck?
Damn!
Oh! Damn!
That was trippy. That was trippy. That's all I got. Look, exactly. 1, 2, look, 52 cents. Look. What did you say?
12?
You're not going to believe this.
Whoa! Shut up. Awesome.
Count the money into my hand.
I'm not playing with you. 60.
Exactly. Exactly. 89. Now, did you feel influenced in any way? Would that be amazing if it were 89? You're correct. It's 89. How did you do that? It's exactly what I was thinking. Actually, I was thinking about the change in my pocket.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be amazing if it was 89? This is for the meter. This is for you. And you don't even have to look because you know it's 89. But your skeptical friend over here is probably going to want to see all the change in my pocket. No more, no less. He probably wants me to count out. You know it's 89, but look. Hold out your hand. That's 25, that's 50, that's 75, that's 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Are you kidding me? Look, I was thinking about my pocket change.
Okay.
You just named a number randomly. I was thinking about all the change in my pocket. No. Would that freak you out?
Yeah.
It's not going to freak you out. You're psychic.
No.
You knew it was already 73. She'd be freaking out. This is just for her then. Look. Open your hand. Open your hand. 20, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2.
That was really creepy.
So the reason I'm playing that trailer, it's an old effect. It's one of Harry's everyday carries. He carries that on him all the time. He absolutely loves it. If you would have watched the 2 decks 1 cut, he done a great performance of it. And the reason I played the trailer is because we've just managed to get some more back in stock. That's called Exact Change. And if you buy it from Alakazam, I filmed a video many years ago of teaching how to do it with UK coins, because obviously we've got some different coins to the US, but it's equally as strong. There's not really any difference. It's just how you're setting everything up. But it's, yeah, superb, absolutely superb.
I bought 2 when it first came out, and I think I was in my last couple of years in Spain, and we used to do it in the euro, and then I changed it to pounds, and it's in my close-up case. I talk about I went to the petrol, and how much do you think it cost to fill up my tank, not knowing what my car is, and normally they say like 60 or 70 pounds, whatever. And I say, actually, it's just under. But do you know how much under? And then they say, and then I go, that's correct. And, you know, it was 49p under. And so then you reach in and there's your 49p.
Nice.
And yeah, it really works well. And I do it on stage, or, well, small stage parlour shows. And I get somebody up and they reach into my pocket, like the old card to pocket gag, reach in and take it out. And they reach in and they bring out all the coins, showing there's nothing else in the pocket. And then they count it out onto the table, and it's right. And it's really strong. It's such a beautiful, beautiful effect. Such a great piece of magic.
Yeah.
And those reactions, especially for the ones of the kids, that's what you get, because they're like, they've thought of it's so impossible. They've thought of a number, and that's how much money you got in your pocket. What a great reveal! Yeah, brilliant.
It is. It's great. So Wayne, that brings us to the end of this Alakazam live.
Look at that.
Yeah,
it's bizarre that it was. It's bizarre that it was a week ago that I was down. It doesn't feel like a week.
I know.
That's like, you know, shocking.
Yeah, having you down felt like a lifetime.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
You just build them up.
You just knock them down. I'll build them up. You knock them down. Can I just say to anybody who's watching, very, very sorry, Peter, to hijack,
No,
but
go
very
on.
quickly to anybody who's watching, especially the pros and the people who do this for a living. I know at the moment things are tough, and things really are tough, and I know as well as anybody with all the work going, but work is coming back in, and I've had a couple of inquiries today. I had 2 or 3 yesterday, and I'm just going to show you this quickly. I've got a wedding coming up in August that I was booked for, and they've just sent me a lovely invite, came to the post today, with a little note saying, we want you to sit and have dinner with us as well. Please let us know what you want off the menu. And there's the menu on the back. And it's nothing really that special. This happens all the time. But it really brought home to me the fact that everybody's mentality is reverting back to a normality.
Yeah.
Everybody's mentality. And I know things are tough at the moment, but the shows are coming back. And even if, don't read what people put on Facebook. People on there putting, I had 46 inquiries today. It's rubbish, right? Just believe in yourselves. And even if you've had no inquiries yet, they will come back. My phone's not ringing off the hook, but I am getting a steady number of inquiries coming in now. And it's really nice. It's really heartwarming to know that. But I know that a lot of people out there are still worried about it. And, just stick with it, because the light at the end of the tunnel is getting brighter and brighter, and we're so close now. So, and that really brought it home for me. That did. But that came to the back. It really, really affected me. I looked at it, I was like, wow, what a lovely, it just made it real, made it more real for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's great, and they are coming back. I've been speaking to a few people, and we speak to Tom Mullinger, Jester Styles, quite a bit. He's been getting really busy, which is really good. So
he had a load of weddings last weekend, didn't he? He had 2 or 3 last weekend.
Yeah.
So
they are coming back. So normality looks like it's ahead. And you did say, Wayne, that you're going to try and get down to Alakazam a little bit more regularly to join us in the Alakazam live from the studio.
Yep. On the studios, yes. Well, now once things are up and running and things are working as they should be, yeah. I used to, if you remember back, probably about 10 years ago, we used to do like road trips and come down every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And come down. That was obviously when the shop was open every single day. But we'd phone up and say, right, there's a group of us coming down, and we're going to come down and say hello, spend the day, and eat at Rockies, and with our fat bellies riding home again afterwards. But it'd be lovely to come down more often, and it really felt good being in the studio. It really felt good being, and also being surrounded by all the tricks and everything else. It really felt really good. I was really, another taste of the normality coming back.
Yeah, 100%. There is a question here that says, do you have the rights to an effect if you work out how the effect is done by just looking at it? No. No, you don't, unfortunately. Otherwise we'd all be releasing everything. So it'll be great to have you back down. And anyone that's watching, if you belong to a magic club, or if you've got like a bunch of magic mates and you want to come down and do, like Wayne said, do a road trip down to Alakazam, we can open in the evenings as well. If we can book you in for an evening. So if you and a group of mates want to come down, just let us know when. We'll book you in, and then you can come down to the shop. We can demo you the stuff in the shop. And they're great nights. We used to do them before for magic clubs, and really fun evenings. So you get like a little lecture deal of them while you're there.
And it's great to be in the shop.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good your website is, and I'm not, the Alakazam website's great. Most of the big dealers have got good websites that are fun to look at, but it doesn't have any touch on being in the shop, and actually seeing the products and looking at them, and it's great. It's really, really, really great. Just you look at it, and take for instance that video for Bang on the Money.
Yeah. And
you've got that backdrop behind you, which is meant to look like a magic shelf. But that's what the shelves look like in the shop. Yeah. And you've got all these great tricks there. And it's just. I think they're saying a kid in a sweet shop. You you don't know where to look next. You can look, you can spend 10 minutes looking at one section, look away, look back, and see something that you never saw before. You know, it's like, I didn't see that a minute ago. Oh, what's that? And the amount of times I've been in the shop and you've said, oh, have you seen this? And I've gone, oh, no, I've not seen that. And you've walked over to the shelf where I was just looking. And how did I not see it? It was there. You know, so, but I was looking there and I didn't see it. Yeah, it's great.
So, guys, yeah, if you'd like to do that, just let us know. We'd love to start seeing some of you down there. But we are open now. We're open appointment only, usually Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you would like to come down just in the daytime, come down, grab a cup of tea and see some magic. Just give the boys a call in the shop and they'll book you in. But thank you all for joining us on the live. It's an absolute pleasure and an honour that you lot come every Tuesday to join us. Every Tuesday.
Do you know, on the Discord, we do get a lot of people saying how much they enjoy the lives. You know, they're fun, they've got magic in them. It's you know, people do enjoy it. They really, really do enjoy it. It's lovely to hear the feedback as well.
Brilliant. And if you haven't joined the Discord already, go over and join because Wayne is doing a fantastic job with getting people on. Last week you had Mick Wilson.
Yes, did a really good night, Mick did. Very, very interesting on cold and hot reading. I'm going to ask him to repeat it because I wasn't feeling too great, so I missed most of it. But everybody who enjoyed it really enjoyed it, and there were lots of comments in the section afterwards saying how much they enjoyed it. We haven't got anybody lined up for this week,
right?
But that very well. I had a couple of people lined up, but they've not come back to me. But I will I will put up a post with all the people who've got coming up in the next few days, and I'm going to just need to get some things confirmed. If there's anybody out there who's got something they'd like to talk about, don't hesitate to drop me a message and we'll get you booked in for it. Again, Just the Stars came to me and said, I don't know if anyone's going to be interested, but I do a talk on pendulums, and it was one of our most popular nights. Yeah. So, you know, lots of people talking, people had their own pendulums on the thing. It was brilliant. So, you know, if you've got something you can do or talk about, drop us a message, we'll get you on.
Brilliant. So, guys, that's it for this week's live. Go sign up to the Discord. The tricks we talked about today were my butterfly effect, Wayne's remote control booklets.
1 and 2, yep.
1 and 2 from his website, or get in touch with him on Facebook. I think David Mann's going to send you a message he put on there. And mine and Harry's contactless. And the trailers, we had the slide project. We had the new Cameron Francis trick called Loner. We had Bang on the Money by Ace Magic Studio, and we had Exact Change by Gregory Wilson. So, guys, we will see you. We haven't got a live launch this week. The live launch will be towards the end of the month. There's no academies this week. So, I believe the next time we see you will be next Tuesday. And I look forward to it. So, we will see you then. Thanks for joining us.